Hi, chat. Why are you staring at the cutting board? Or the table? Hi there. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully your week is starting off well. Hello, Will. Welcome, JK. Think we're getting there. Coffee. Stream has started. Cleaning stops. So we're doing pizza tonight, chat. I am going to make... Sorry for bumping the mic here. Gonna be making pizza. Gonna be doing a sort of tomato sauce. I've got some leftover pork stock, and I've got tomato paste. I think we're gonna make tomato sauce out of those. And then proper mozzarella, grilled chicken, and then once it comes out of the oven, we're gonna top it with arugula and a drizzle of Roquefort blue cheese dressing. Still do not know why I always talk in like plural when I'm on stream. I'm making the pizza for myself. If you ever cook along, let me know. It'd be the least of my problems. Ooh, it's windy out there today. Wasn't so bad when I was out earlier. Hello, Nan Reader. That took a moment for it to process. shaking my head at dirt that I missed. Never ending. It never stops. Don't have to type !scramble anymore, Nan Reader. Yep, just have to type the word now. Why did it not pick that up, though? That should have given it to you. Try it again. Should have triggered it. I'm looking at the variables in the script, and it should have gone off with that. No, I see the entire script now for Scramble, and yeah, it's asking for Marmite. Regardless of what word it's looking for, thank all of you for joining me tonight. Cheers. Alright, so let's get our pasta sauce going. I've been using this one for a while. I switched off from my blue one a couple months ago because it's not broke, but it's got a crack that's forming. And I was sort of like, do I keep it for nostalgia or just play it out until it breaks? And I decided to switch it from being my main mug. Oh, la, 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 la. Everything's in front of it. Why did I put everything in here? So we got pork stock, previously used on stream. It's gonna make me pull it apart the hard way. We'll start heating that up. Grab a can of tomato paste. Liam Perkins. I figure since we're going funky with our tomato sauce, we might as well go funky. What do you say, chat? Anyone have anything new and exciting for the beginning of their week? Maybe it's just not picking up on you. Like, it is quiche. Ooh, tomato oil. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Oregano. I know you're in here somewhere. Freeze-dried basil. Salt. Pepper. Again, I've got a bunch of fine salt in with my salt, so that probably looks a bit more salt than I put in there. And tomatoes, but more MSG, why not? I didn't change anything with the scramble. It was working perfectly fine yesterday. Sigh. Let's see if there's errors going on back here. No, there's not much going on back here. And handled all that fine. I don't know. Bots be crazy. Okay, so I'm good with that. We're going to turn that off. Allow that to sit and cool. I'm going to move the pans on the other side off of the stove. Or at least on the other side of the stove. So that I can pull out this lovely thing. We're going to do some chicken grilling. Indoor chicken grilling. I'd be more worried about that going in the trash if the trash wasn't going out soon. In fact, I might take it out tonight. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. I guess I am going to use both of those. So we're doing 2 of these. I was thinking I could maybe squeeze it out of the one. Could maybe squeeze it out of that one. But I was trying to... start preheating our pan over on this side. Get both of these burners going. I'm not really, well, yeah, I'm probably not planning on using this whole thing. I'm probably just going to use this front part, but the whole thing's going to be sapping heat unless I'm heating it. So both burners on, at least till we get it up to a good standard heat. Welcome, Michael. I'm going to spritz all of these with olive oil, just because that's what I have in my spritz bottle. I want to give them all a nice light layer of oil rather than coating the pan and getting that all smoky or something silly like that. Salt in the first half of them. I'm going to do this in two stages. Hi, Splits. Presidential dishes? Was I supposed to be doing presidential dishes? That's closed, that's closed. I think we're good there. We're gonna kick the fan on high because this is gonna get smoky. I don't know. When you gonna sponsor it? Give me a sec on that one. I couldn't read that quick enough. I gotta deal with chicken first. Maybe chat can chime in. Going to dinner later this week. Restaurant has $9 cheese steak. With foie gras and shaved wagyu. I will order tea. But what's that I quit when the bill I don't know how much the tea is. Tell the person ahead of time that you're going to order it, and it's not going to be a problem if they do or not. I'm not Mr. Socialite. I if it's a case where you're taking someone that obviously cannot afford it, I can understand that being more of a... I don't even want to know what Five Guys costs these days. Like, if they made proper price, they have to have. Like, they were outrageous when they came out. Like, they make a good burger, but at the same time, like, whoa. I've talked about Five Guys before, too. The only Five Guys that I know of here in the Sonoma area is right by the junior college in Santa Rosa. And so it's like all college students. The staff constantly rotates. It's very poorly run. Like, I think the one here in Sonoma does not do them proper justice. I didn't clean that very well. oil. Salt. I like that dad joke. It's not very nice. Like, it would be horrible in a real life situation. But outside of it, it's hilarious. Why is Scramble not picking up words tonight? Welcome in, El Capitano. Anyone else guess Scrambles right? And I miss it? Chat? I don't know what's going on with that tonight. I'm gonna have to look at the logs after stream. Turning the oven on to max. Sorry, my arm's blocking the view. Oven's now on to 525. How was my 4th? I had a great stream. We barbecue pork sandwiches. Alright, let's see here. We got that going. Dough. We need to get the dough out and coming up to room temp somewhat. Let's just do it on the counter. Do I have... That's semolina. draining all of the juice that came off of the chicken into the sauce. Alright, now it's nice and smoky. We got the fan going. Oven's preheating. Let's get our dough out. I forgot that I have the cabbage. Come on. Get out of there, dough. Sorry, we got 2 batches of dough here. Make sure they're nice and loose. Don't want them sticking to the counter too much. Like I said, I put all the juices from the chicken in with the sauce here, so we'll give that a whisk up. Nope, we're done with you. What's our next steps, chat? Are we there already? What time is it? 5:15? Like 45 minutes done? Done and out of here? Yeah, that's why I gave you the 10 sprinkles there earlier, Capitano. The scramble is just not picking up on when people are writing the right word in chat. I can see the right word. I can see it. I didn't used to be able to with the old one, but now I can see what it is. So it should be awarding people when they, I mean, it was working fine last night, and something I must have changed last night. Like I've been going through the logs every night and trying to fix things that were broken, and I don't think I changed anything with the scramble. I did change some things with sprinkle points. So if I ever tried brewing my own beer, have I done a beer? I don't think I've ever done a beer. I've done all sorts of mead. So I've definitely fermented things on my own, but I haven't done beer. I'm not a huge beer guy. Like, I'm getting less and less of a beer guy as I get older, too. Like, I'll still drink a beer. If only for the nostalgia, because I can't get it out here on the West Coast. I love a Yingling every now and then. But I would say in most cases it's not really a profit-saving operation unless you're a hardcore drinker. But at the same time, homebrew beer is so much better. Like, it's like the difference between microbreweries and the major brands, like how much fresher and tastier a beer is. It's that much better when you have a homebrew one. And then you can do all sorts of weird, funky stuff that only you want to be interested in. You want to do a Fruit Loops beer? I mean, there is a Fruit Loops beer, that's why it came to mind. But if you want to do your own, I would suggest you find a local homebrew store / club, and maybe even go to the club a couple of times before you do it all on your own, because you can learn so much. Like, you can go ahead and just buy a kit and do the kit and get, the basic info and know what you're doing. But if you go to one of these clubs or something like that, you can sit there and talk and learn about the different yeasts and how the different yeasts work with different things. What grains you want to use with what yeasts. All sorts of crazy stuff like that. Why am I having you look at the cutting at the stove? The grains, the yeasts, all the different types of hops. I mean, I don't know if you're an IPA person or not, but there's all sorts of. Well, I say there's all sorts of, but there's really only like 6 hops or so in the States, last I remembered. But still, there's 6 different, like. Gallon's a good there's good gallon size ones. Most of them are 6.5 brewer for a 5-gallon batch. You want your initial fermentation or initial fermenter to have a bit of airspace, a bit of room for it to foam, a little bit for it to be active. I've definitely had a few meads shoot out of their bottles on their initial fermentation just because there was nowhere for all the gases to go the first night. Sorry to my friends at college. I think that was a 1 gallon batch too. We did a 1 gallon batch, I think, of banana mead at one of the, like, there was a house in my college where, like, there was like 3 or 4, 5 different couples all living there, and left it on, like, if this was their setup, which I think it was even further away than this, I had that gallon container, like, here, like on the front corner of their counter, and at least according to them, it got so active that it splattered stuff on their shades. They told me they cleaned it up before I got there. There wasn't a ton missing from the bottle, but it still felt horrible about that. By the way, banana mead, not worth your, like, banana gets overpowered by the honey. How are you not up to temp yet, Oven? And turn the fan down low now that it's not going nuts. I like making mead and I enjoy trying a little bit of it, but I don't enjoy drinking mead so much that I go through, like, I still have tons of mead in my house and I just don't drink it. Sounds like a great plan. The other downside to meads is there's a few exceptions to this rule, but the vast majority of meads, you're not doing a 6-week, 2-month thing like you're doing with beer. It's gonna be, your actual fermentation is gonna be that long, but you have to age most meads. Like, most meads are like gasoline when you first initially ferment them. They have to mellow out considerably. There's a really popular, well-known recipe for orange clove mead that is a quick mead, but most of them are not. Most are not. Do we do corn on the bottom tonight, or do I just want to do flour tonight? Let's do corn. It doesn't want to quite stretch as much as I want it to do yet. So I'm going to let it sit here for a minute and fix itself up. We'll work on the other one here. Stretch it out a bit. Make sure we got a place to put it back down. Now see, you're much happier than the first one. I'm still not going to stretch you like crazy to begin with now though. Now my hands are too wet. Oh, that's not the scene I wanted. I didn't think it was on this. That's what I wanted. You're supposed to be able to see everything. excess cornmeal off of the front. Make sure we got a sliding pizza. And into the oven with our first sort of smaller pizza that didn't fully stretch out. I can pull it a little bit as I put it onto the stone, but there is risk in tearing at that. Set ourselves an 11-minute timer. Pull out you and pull out you. So we got arugula. And Roquefort. Got to keep Bob's Big Boy kicking. Did they finally do bankruptcy? They were closing like all sorts of restaurants in Ohio. Oh yeah. Well, it's mostly coming to a head here. This is really sort of like the tail end of what really happened with COVID. I was saying that, I think I said that towards the beginning of the year. Like, if you think about it, most retail leases are 5 years. And 2020, 2025. So we're getting towards the tail end of these restaurants having to renegotiate. Well, that's certainly part of it too. Like, I've railed against Amazon quite a bit and am not done at how they absolutely ruined Whole Foods and thus the giant small food producer market that Whole Foods was supporting. Like, there are so many small food producers that just disappeared. Like, you look at Oliver's is a local chain here, and you look at the top of their, like, one of their things is they support their marketing is that they're supporting the local small businesses. And so you walk around and they have giant pictures of all the small local business owners. And, you know, we have this product, we have this product. And you look up there and they're all 5-10 years old now. They're like, there's nothing new. Like, there were so many businesses in Sonoma doing so many things. The only thing that I can really think of in the last 5 years that's been a hit is Banchan's, which is that Japanese barbecue sauce. Our tortilla factory closed up and moved to Midwest where they could get cheap land. So many of the beer producers, right when COVID hit, went bye-bye. Or they were bought up by the big labels. Like, we have a number of big... Like, we have Lagunitas. And I know Lagunitas was bought up. I think... I don't know if Russian River was. Russian River may be still its own thing. But, Racer 5. They got bought up, too. I don't know why I'm sitting here holding this like I'm going to pull it out of the oven. It's got another 5.5 minutes in there. But yeah, it's been really tough for the restaurant world. Like, and then you can compound other things in there with it with COVID, whereas so many people are now doing work from home. If not every day, and at least a couple days out of the week. The COVID is separate from the work from home thing. Essentially demolished the idea of the company party or the company lunch. They basically, like, they're coming back, but so many of these, like, chain places basically survived off of the lunch crowd coming in for, 20 people in one spot. Their Friday get-together group. And so that's ruined. Like, Hooters is having a horrible, like, between delivery and the work from home stuff, like, I'm surprised they still exist. Like, the owners are rebuying, or at least the last I heard, they're in foreclosure or they're in bankruptcy. And the original owners, as part of a group, are talking about buying it back up. But they're talking about buying it back up, closing a vast majority of them, and turning them into a family-friendly restaurant, which to me is just like death knell. Because while, like, you can maybe make a quality, family restaurant, you're doing that in the shadow of Hooters. It has nothing to, it has entirely, like, you're trying to 180 your audience and keep it the same business. No. I'm actually sort of surprised that they are still around regardless, with Buffalo Wild Wings just absolutely dominating. I'm saying all this, and I am not a chicken wing guy. I don't think I've ever ate... I mean, I've been to one, I think. I think I've had a drink in one. But I don't think I've ever actually eaten Buffalo Wild Wings. Maybe I have. It's not very memorable if I have. It's been irritating me the entire stream. I'm gonna deal with this. Timer or not. We back? It seems like we're somewhat back, but the music, I'm not hearing anything. It messed up over here? Yeah, we got messed up over here. There we go. My USBs just went on the fritz there. Not sure why, but everything in my USB sort of just reset. Alright, let's pull out this first pizza. That is cheesy. It looks a little messier than it is. So, dusting the board again for our second pie. Come on, quit sticking my hand. Alright, second one going in the oven. Thank you, lovies. So that is our first pie of the evening finished. Got 9 minutes on our second one coming out of the oven. I mean, I know I'm not Pizza Princess, but I'm proud of my pizzas. The first ones I made out of this kitchen on stream were absolute junk. And they have greatly improved. Why? What's wrong with Pizza Princess? I don't really know her. I just know of her. I don't think I've even... I think the most I know about Pizza Princess is I saw her at the closing of last TwitchCon at the party. That was about... I didn't introduce myself to her either. I just noticed she was there. I get Twitch has a lot of boarding on toxic positivity. That's definitely a thing that's here. Gotta remember to do something with the... Gotta do something with that other piece of purple cabbage. Now I got arugula I gotta deal with too. Because I'm not using all of this. I'm gonna use a decent amount more, but I'm not using all of this. Yeah, there's actually a Twitch ambassador out there that I know from early days of life. I haven't talked with them whatsoever. I don't even know if they know I stream or not, and we weren't really, like, heavily acquainted. Kitchen View Hater Club? But I have appreciation for the food businesses out there. Like, it's a different world from what I'm doing here. I've been in that world. And it's different. I appreciate that world. Sort of wish, like, I need to research and just move. I would love to be able to do occasional events. I have my trailer. It's just not going to happen here again. I'm not going to go through it again. I can't deal with this county. I was just on the phone with the county the other day because there's a business that's just been annoying me with... It's a food business, and they're, like, ignoring every food rule there possibly could be. Oops. The real problem with the food trucks is you have to be entirely self-contained. Like, you're running a kitchen off of like 40 gallons of water, and that's if you got a really big water tank. The idea that you're actually cleaning things in a food truck, like, you can do a little spot cleaning while you're on location, but you do your cleaning at the end, which means either you got... Oh, we're going to an ad here, so... last 3 minutes of the hour we do an ad. See all your lovely faces back here in a couple of minutes. Oh, why didn't that... Why is that on top of everything else? Well, the ad thing did fire properly for a moment there. That's certainly the thing here in California. And, well, the thing that gets me here in California is we've got 1,000,001 laws when it comes to food trucks and requirements and regulations. It's just a matter of which ones the local county cares about. I've ranted about this nonstop. I should stop myself because, like, I feel strongly that one of the reasons that my business did not do better was because I was competing against people that just didn't give a crap about the laws. You hear in Sonoma County, you'll see all the food producers just open to the air. They sign temporary food facility permits that allow them to work at the same place all year round. And you compare that to Marin, where anything with food is completely contained in netting, is absolutely got protection from insects and stuff, and they're doing permits per location per certain period of time. It's not I want to do farmers markets, here's your temporary permit for all of the farmers markets. As if they're not in different locations with different setups and different arrangements. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, and chat's probably not even understanding half of the stuff I'm talking about anymore. I'm sorry. Our second pie is ready to come out of the oven. Just in time. Saved by the pizza. So for those just tuning in, we've got a base pie of a creative tomato sauce. I used tomato paste with my own homemade pork stock, the drippings from the chicken, herbs, seasonings, all that good stuff. We got mozzarella. We have grilled slices of chicken. That was baked together like that with the fresh mozzarella. And then now I'm topping it with fresh arugula and some Big Bob's Roquefort blue cheese sauce. Sort of surprising, Roquefort is the premium cheese name as far as blue cheese. They have another blue cheese dressing, which I'm torn on if it's better or not. But it's just a plain blue cheese dressing, and it was like $3 more than that. So plain blue cheese for $3 more than premium Roquefort, same brand. There is our second pie. Come on. Let's get some photos. Second one's obviously considerably larger than the first one. Oops, wrong photo settings. Gotta take all those again. Pressing buttons on my keyboard with the cutting board. There we have it for tonight, chat. Go ahead and give these a chop. I always just pull my knife. I have a pizza roller, chat. Or a pizza cutter. I just never break it out. How's my knuckle looking? I brushed it on the oven. Looks like we're okay. Well, yeah, thank you so much for joining in with me tonight, folks. It was a fun, quicker Monday night dinner. I shall be back here on Wednesday. We're doing our typical ingredient challenge. Although it's already been decided, I haven't seen what its current vote is. Let's see. Let's look in the Discord real quick. Yeah, it's going to be Costco hot dog dinner night on Wednesday. We're going to be doing Costco hot dogs for dinner and dessert. Winning out 11-1 versus Liquid Smoke. So that is Wednesday night. I hope you come back to join me for that. What else we got coming up here soon? We got pork pies on Friday. I'm gonna try and do pork pies sort of like English beef pies. So I've done something along that line before, but I'm gonna make a nice flavorful pork stew, and we're gonna make some small pork pies out of it. Sunday we're gonna be doing pork shoulder. A third of a pork shoulder, or a third of a pork picnic. So that is what is coming up here soon. Let's see who is online tonight. I think we're going to leave it here, folks. I hope to see all your lovely faces back here on Wednesday. Have a great week, everyone. Good night.